Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. In today's video, I want to talk about home gyms, the advantages of home gyms, and then also about home gym setups. And while I was researching that topic and kind of tried to get my thoughts in line, I actually found a really cool YouTube video. It's a little bit older, still from this year, but I do want to watch part of that video and then give my take on it. So I would say without further ado, let's jump into it. And of course, I do have the original video linked down in the description to give credit where credit is due. But I don't want to watch the full thing. I just want to kind of pick a couple parts out and then give my 2 cents about it and what I have learned from building my own home gym out. So let's jump right into it. Let's get started.
Essential stuff first. Buy the stuff you actually use. Buy the stuff that has the max amount of versatility, and those things are going to be the basics. Like most of the time, I would rather have more weight, more plates, than just like a 225-pound set with a barbell, and then I buy like other stuff. Because the amount of things that I can do and get strong with and get fit with more plates is better and more than many other attachments. Okay.
Yes, I agree, but I also disagree. So, of course, buy the essentials first. I fully agree. Buy a squat rack first, like the amount of things that you can attach to a squat rack that you can do in there. You can deadlift, you can squat, you can put a bench in there, you can put a dip bar in there. You have a pull-up bar on the squat rack already, etc., etc. So it's very versatile. So, of course, the essentials first. What I don't agree with is buy more weights first. Or he said, I would prefer more weights first before more essentials. And he was comparing it to a 200-pound set of weights, where that I kind of disagree with. I think 200 pounds for the average person who is building out a home gym is actually more than enough. And I don't think a lot of people will be fully utilizing 200 pounds. So in that sense, I mean, it depends. If you look at his home gym, he has an amazing setup in there. So he's, of course, doing this professionally. But for the average Joe, I think like a 200-pound weight set is probably more than enough. I bought a 300-pound weight set off of Facebook Marketplace when I started my home gym, and I have not maxed that out yet. So I think there's a certain point, 200, maybe 250 pounds, I would say is more than enough, and you don't really need to go over that. And at that point, I would just buy maybe a dip bar attachment for your squat rack or something like that. The one thing I would say though is when it comes to a squat rack, make sure that that thing is secure. Wherever you're putting it, it is either screwed in the ground or screwed in the back wall, because I've seen a lot of those things fall. And I could see now, owning a squat rack myself, I could see how that can fall pretty easily.
I this phrase, I say this all the time, buy once, cry once. Like, this is a big thing in the home gym community. There are so many different companies that are making stuff that on page look very similar. It's like the thing you see on Pinterest, and it's like, wow, that's really cool. I can't wait to make it at home. And you make it at home, and it looks like crap. I've seen those finger paintings you bring home, and they look like crap.
I've seen those finger paintings you bring home, and they suck.
But
I agree. But I think that applies to everything in life, right? Buy quality over quantity, spend the money once, and it's going to last you a lot longer. So I think when it comes to everything that you do, put a lot of weight on it. So your barbell, your bench, your squat rack, make sure you buy something good quality that is sturdy. You don't need to go for the top of the line. You don't need to deck out your gym with rope plates, etc. But buy something that is sturdy. I think a good barbell, definitely. But then there's other things where you don't use that much weight. For example, dumbbells, kettlebells, things like that. There are some really affordable options in stores like Costco, for example, where they or Walmart even. What is it? The Big Five or something like that, where they have quote unquote plastic sets for weights, where you can kind of, you've all seen it. It's a plastic bar and you just kind of screw on each weight on the side. I think those are still fair use. They're not that great. I've been using them for a little bit. You don't get that much weight on it, so it's for something with a lot lower weight on it. But I think you can get away with some of those accessories. So let's go to the next point. consider the room.
Have a home gym. You're going to use it all the time, yet you never go to the gym. May slow you down a little bit there, because if you're not doing it now, I'm not saying that having a home gym won't allow you to have more convenience, but just because you have convenience doesn't mean you're going to use it. Okay, next one.
Yeah, I agree. I was going to disagree with this point entirely. I think a home gym is so worth it. But if you do the math, think about how much you're spending for your gym every month. I think you can get on the very cheap side, probably away with like $20 a month. And then there's really no limit how much you can spend on a gym every month. But then also think about the cost that it costs to build a home gym. You will probably go over $1,000 in no time. Like I spent $1,000 on a squat rack, a barbell, plates, a bench, and that was it. That was $1,000 right there. So think about how many months do you have to subscribe to a gym in order to make that money back. Like it's like 3-4 years before you actually make that money back in that sense. So financially, I don't think a home gym really pans out. So it's purely for convenience. It really purely for convenience. Or of course, if you maybe someone like him who does content in his gym, can be a write-off, etc., like that. But at first, well, let me put it that way. There's days where I could see both. I do currently have a subscription to a gym locally here as well. And even though it's only 10 minutes down the road, I drag the drive over there. I hate it. I don't like to drive over there. I feel like it takes too much time, especially if I try to get a workout in the morning. So therefore, having the gym right here in my garage is very convenient. But on the other side, for example, on the weekends, when I have the time to go to the gym in my local gym to use all the equipment, I'm like, well, I don't really feel like going right now. Oh, I could just go later in my home gym. I can just go later in my home gym. Next thing I know, local gym is closed. Oh, it's dark outside. I'll just skip the workout. And by that time, I've skipped the workout. So no matter if you're going to a local gym or if you have a home gym, you do need the discipline to actually get the workout done. Next point here, he's talking about floor protection. I actually don't think it matters that much for the average gym person. If you're just building a home gym, you're an average Joe, you just want to get a quick workout in before your work day. Floor protection, throw some mats on there, that should be fine. You're not deadlifting 400, 500 pounds with metal plates. So your concrete in your garage should be fine as well. Of course, if you have it inside the house, you might have to put some floor protection on it. But if you do it in the garage on concrete, throw some like rubber mats on there. You can get them at any sports goods store, and you should be fine. There's another point. I also want to skip over that a little bit, but well.
One thing I love to tell people, I think is a great idea. I got this from Ross Training.
Yeah, buy the gym equipment over time. I fully agree. Unless you have the money, etc., to spend on it, of course, go for it. But other than that, just do it over time. It'll be a lot easier. Don't buy a cheap barbell. We talked about this at the beginning. I think with the barbell, you do load up a lot of weight on it. Yes, go for a good barbell, and those can go up to 200 plus pounds very quickly. However, it's worth it. It's worth it. Get a barbell that doesn't roll, that is balanced, that can hold the weight that you're putting on it. And you have, if it's a 45-pound dumbbell, it's 45 pounds. It's just going to save you a lot of hassle down the road. The next thing, don't buy equipment that is too big. I agree, but at the same time, it comes down to the essentials and it comes down to what you want to do. So, of course, if you buy bigger equipment, you'll have less room in the gym, etc. But just, figure out what your need is, etc. This one, I think, is actually pretty great.
Mistake. But the beginner mistake is not buying storage.
Yeah.
It's like you buy the equipment, and then you get it home, and then you start using it, and then you realize, wait, I didn't buy plate storage. What am I gonna put my plates? No, I forgot. I didn't buy anything for my barbell. I bought this crazy expensive barbell. Where am I gonna put it? Oh, I'm just gonna set it on the concrete in the corner to collect dust, and the end cap's gonna get all messed up. Yeah.
Yep. Been there, done that, still there, still doing that. I agree. If you have a bunch of equipment, buy some storage for it. I don't even have a place to put my plates. They're just all sitting on the floor leaning against each other, and against the wall. So and it's a pain. If I need a certain plate, I need to hold all the other ones up, pull the plate out, etc. It's not great. Get yourself a plate storage. I think that's a very beneficial thing to have for all the, and then even all the other things like hooks or band-aids, like things like that. I toss it all on the floor next to or in my squat rack. So it collects dust, especially if you do it in the garage. It's dusty. Yeah, it's not great. With the barbell, I would say leave the barbell on the squat rack. Don't put it on the ground. Don't put it in the corner because it will mess up the end. It might mess up the rotation that is in there. So yeah, just leave it on the squat rack and you're good to go. The next thing is having a plan. I fully agree, no matter what you're doing, home gym or commercial gym, or you're doing any kind of sports, you need to have a training plan because it does give you an exact thing to follow. And without a training plan, it is very easy to just wake up and be like, oh, now I have to figure out what I want to do. Do I want to do this? Do I want to do that? When was the last time I trained my chest? Can I train my chest again? I really want to train chest. I don't want to train this. So it's very easy. It is another obstacle that you have to overcome in order to get your workout done if you don't have a training plan and you have to think of it the day off. The best thing I did was to outsource the training plan and then just kind of adjust it how I want it. But get a training plan. You get online templates. If you want, you can get an app. There's now so affordable apps out there that use AI to kind of put a training plan together for you, etc. They cost like a small monthly fee. It's not that much, but it takes the thinking out of it. And for me, that was the biggest thing. And it's pretty small investment. It's not really much compared to how much you're spending on the home gym, but mentally it's the best thing. You wake up, you look at your phone, this is what I have to train today. You go in the gym and you just execute, you just get it done. So easy. Definitely have a plan. Here's something where I think it's probably the video is just a little outdated. It's 6 months old. It's not, all the tips and tricks, everything holds true.
Use it. You need to use it. Just because you have a home gym, you built a home gym, doesn't mean you're magically going to lose all these calories. You're going to get...
Yeah, just what we talked about just at the beginning of this. While having a home gym, it is still easy to just push it off and off and off and off. So yeah, you got to use it.
No, it's not how it's going to work. You're going to have to actually put in time. Just because you have it in your domicile doesn't mean you're going to use it. So get out there and use it. Use what you've got. Don't worry about buying extra stuff. Just use what you got. Having a home gym is cool, but it's not decoration.
All right, so
life, but it's only going to better your life if you use it. Okay, this has been cool. An actual company that you can pay. There's companies like Future, Barbell Logic, companies like that they have coaches. And listen, coaches in terms of training plans, I think is going away somewhat.
Yeah, we've seen it with Future now. Future actually, they did, overall, like during COVID, Future was booming pretty much like a lot with everything else, like home gyms during COVID and gym equipment in general. But now Future has been taking
AI can do it,
but
what AI can't replicate yet, maybe it can someday, but it's going to be...
Which I think by now it can.
I think is having an accountability partner there that's helping you with your form, that's helping you just with motivation, all those sorts of things. So have a plan.
I slightly disagree with it. I think with the form, definitely AI is not there yet unless you have a video feed going the whole time while you're doing it. I mean, of course, the apps have the videos built in, the explanations and stuff like that. But yeah, AI does not help you with your form. So having a training partner, of course, is better. And having a training partner in person to work out with, of course, makes the barrier of not doing your workout so much harder because you don't want to disappoint another person. But I think AI is there to the point where it can, replicate, at least over text, the behavior of motivating you, keeping you accountable. I mean, it can, it's very easy. If you didn't track your or lock your workout, the AI will kick in and will kind of throw some, you know, some motivation at you, etc. We see it. It is so easy to have full-on conversations with like ChatGPT, etc. like that. So I think by now that is there. But of course, having an in-person, or even having a friend, someone you have an emotional relationship with, is a lot better. Thank you guys. This is it with the video. Thank you so much for watching. I thought it was very great. The 10 most rookie mistakes for home gyms, etc. Very great video. Very great executed. He's fully right. So yeah, that was my 2 cents on that. A couple extra pointers that I thought was, you know, important to point out, and what I've seen building my own home gym. And even though compared to his, it's a very small pain cave. But I hope you guys have an amazing day. If there's anything else you would like my opinion on, let me know down in the comments below. And I hope you guys have an amazing day. And I'll